In the beginning of 2025, the predictions of The Simpsons are coming true. A wildfire broke out in Los Angeles, ravaging thousands of acres of land and destroying homes. A scene like this had already been shown in an episode of The Simpsons aired 9 years ago on September 25, 2016. It depicted an American town consumed by fire and smoke. After the recent fire, the aerial photos of Los Angeles County look shockingly similar to those scenes from The Simpsons. But how accurate is this really? What's the secret behind The Simpsons predicting the future so many years in advance? You've likely seen this photo before. In 2017, Donald Trump, Saudi King Salman, and the Egyptian president are seen placing their hands on a glowing orb. The image itself is mysterious, but what's truly puzzling is how The Simpsons predicted this exact scene back in 2002. Is it true that powerful people have already planned everything out? Besides the Los Angeles wildfire, which other Simpsons predictions might come true in 2025? Welcome back to another video from Samix Truths. The Simpsons is a legendary animated sitcom that first aired when many of us weren't even born, on December 17, 1989. Since then, over 700 episodes have been released, making it the longest-running scripted show in both cartoon and drama categories. Originally popular among kids, today The Simpsons has fans of all ages, largely due to the show's uncanny predictions that have come true years later. There's a long list of Simpsons predictions that actually turned out to be real. In a 1998 episode, Homer Simpson is shown standing in front of a blackboard, working out a mathematical equation in hopes of inventing something new. At the time, no one paid much attention. But 14 years later, in 2012, scientists discovered the Higgs boson particle, also known as the God particle. The Higgs boson is the particle that gives everything in the universe its mass. Without it, there would be no weight to anything, no shining stars, no planets, and no us. That's why it's called the God particle. But even more surprising is that the physicists who discovered it in 2012 said the equation Homer wrote on the blackboard in that episode was actually very close to the one used to calculate the Higgs boson's mass. Now let's move on. In a March 1995 episode, Lisa is shown in London. In the scene, you can see the famous Big Ben Tower with the London Bridge in the background. But what stands out is a cone-shaped skyscraper in the image, one that didn't exist back then. So how did The Simpsons know that 17 years later, a building shaped exactly like that would be constructed in that very spot? That building is known today as the Shard, and construction began in 2009, 14 years after the episode aired. Is that just a coincidence? If we accept that it was, how do we explain the 1998 episode showing the 20th Century Fox logo with the words "a division of Walt Disney Co." written below it? Even though 20th Century Fox wasn't owned by Disney at that time, then 21 years later, Disney actually acquired 20th Century Fox. Coincidence again? In the year 2000, an episode called Bart to the Future showed Lisa becoming the President of the United States. In a scene, she complains about having a small budget and blames the former president, Donald Trump. Now here's the catch. When this episode aired, Trump was a well-known businessman but had zero political presence. The clip went viral 16 years later in 2016, when Trump actually became president. In another scene, The Simpsons show Trump coming down an escalator, an event that happened in real life in 2015 when Trump descended an escalator in Trump Tower to announce his candidacy. In a 1998 episode, Lisa holds a list of people she believes will win Nobel Prizes in the future. If you zoom in, you'll find the name Bengt R. Holmstrom on the list. That episode aired in 1998, but in 2016, Holmstrom actually won the Nobel Prize. These kinds of predictions brought The Simpsons massive fame. People were stunned to see how accurately the show had predicted real events. You and I are asking the same question. How does The Simpsons do it? In that same 1995 London episode, Lisa sees Big Ben with a digital clock instead of an analog one. While permanently replacing Big Ben's iconic clock with a digital one may never happen, it's not impossible either. During the 2022 renovations, there was talk of briefly turning the clock digital during a special UK event. Could 2025 be the year that happens? Next prediction, a female US president. America has never had a woman president. Hillary Clinton tried in 2016 but didn't succeed. In 2024, Kamala Harris also took a shot, but Donald Trump has won the election again and is set to take office on January 20th, 2025. So where does that leave the female president prediction? There's speculation from another Simpsons scene showing a small badge with Ivanka 2028 written on it. It's possible that Trump's daughter Ivanka might announce her candidacy in 2025, though currently she's not active in politics. Next prediction, mind control. In a 2010 episode titled The Fool Monty, Mr. Burns invents a device to control people's minds. Now enter Elon Musk, the billionaire known for Tesla, SpaceX, and Starlink. He also owns a company called Neuralink, which has been working for years on a device that connects the human brain to a computer. Initially, this device is intended to treat conditions like paralysis, Alzheimer's, and epilepsy. But a prototype is expected to be unveiled in 2025. Another prediction, cryptocurrency. In a February 2020 episode, Professor Frink creates his own cryptocurrency called Frinkcoin and becomes the richest man in Springfield. Another episode also shows cryptocurrency replacing traditional currency. Crypto experts believe 2025 could be the year that shift begins, especially since Trump promised to make America the crypto capital of the world. Another fascinating prediction came from a 1996 episode that mentioned fusion energy, a cleaner and far more powerful energy source than what we use today. Fusion energy doesn't emit greenhouse gases and produces far less radioactive waste than fission. 2 years ago, a lab in California successfully conducted a fusion reaction, something the Simpsons hinted at back in 1996. And in 2025, we might see a prototype. If that happens, fusion energy could replace hydro, wind, and solar power, cheaper and better for the environment. Before we get to the secret of the Simpsons predictions, let's look at one last one. Holographic phones. In a 1995 episode, Lisa uses a phone where the person on the other end appears as a 3D hologram. Companies like Meta have been working on such tech, and we might see it launched in 2025. The Simpsons joked about this tech 30 years ago, but now with augmented reality and holography, we could be seeing 3D calls instead of video calls. Now, while many Simpsons predictions have proven to be true, some scenes were intentionally copied for attention after real-life events occurred. For example, in a 2012 episode, Lady Gaga is shown performing at a concert in a silver dress, suspended in the air. In 2017, she did that exact performance. Similarly, Miley Cyrus copied the Simpsons wrecking ball scene from a 1994 episode. So yes, some things were recreated on purpose for media buzz. But there's another side to this story. Sometimes The Simpsons only animated an event after it happened, and social media falsely claimed it had predicted it years earlier. For instance, that glowing orb photo with Trump, King Salman, and the Egyptian president, that was a real photo from 2017 when they launched a center to fight extremism. The Simpsons created the cartoon version later, but people shared it online claiming it was a 2002 prediction. Same thing with the Trump escalator scene. The real event happened on June 16, 2015, and The Simpsons posted the animated version in July 2015. Yes, The Simpsons has made several correct predictions, but how? The truth is, there's no conspiracy. It's simply a combination of sharp observations and coincidences. The writers are talented and keep a close eye on trends, technology, and politics. They stretch those ideas out in the show, and because The Simpsons has over 700 episodes with thousands of scenes, it's not surprising if 10 or 15 of them end up matching real future events. Showing Donald Trump as president in 2000 was just a joke. He had just stepped into politics then. The cone-shaped building behind Big Ben in the 1995 episode, That was based on a real proposal to build something iconic at the location of the outdated Southwark Towers, which the writers had read about in newspapers. So no, these weren't predictions. They were just smart guesses and coincidences. We hope you enjoyed this video from Samix Truths. Thank you so much for your love and support. Don't forget to like and share. We'll see you in another exciting video soon.